This was my mom Sherry's view in Cancun, Mexico last month when all of a sudden the emergency alerts started coming in. Suddenly, everyone at the resort was checking their phones. Mom was safe. She was far from where the civil unrest was taking place, but flights were disrupted, tensions were high, and now plans were uncertain. Sherry's experience in Mexico reminded us how quickly travel plans can change and why a little preparation goes a long way. Hi, I'm Amanda, Sherry's daughter. I'm 43, she's 66, and we are the mother-daughter team behind Retire Well. Sherry lives about 2 hours from me, so you won't see her in every video, but we work together to share the things we're learning about travel, health, money, and life in retirement. When Mom retired, she had a lot of questions about what retirement should actually look like, especially if you want to stay strong, independent, and still travel. I started researching, and we realized she couldn't be the only one trying to figure this out. And that's when we launched this channel together. After what happened on her recent trip to Mexico, we turned that experience into something we now call the pre-travel checklist. It's a simple set of things to do before any trip. So if something unexpected happens, it stays a minor inconvenience and not a disaster. Today, we will walk through some of the items on the checklist. Things like government registration, travel insurance, and medication preparation. And one of them is something many travelers don't realize until it's too late. There is both an American and Canadian version, so you can print out exactly what you need. The checklist has 9 items on it, but they really fall into 3 big categories. Think of these as the 3 pillars of travel safety: government lifeline, medical and financial buffer, and passport verification. Before you start packing, the first item on the checklist is registering your trip with your government. This allows your embassy to contact you during things like natural disasters, political unrest, or major travel disruptions. For Canadians, the program is called ROCA. For Americans, it's called STEP. Another thing to check is the current travel advisory for your destination. It tells you whether there are any current safety issues travelers should know about. And finally, download your airline's app and turn on notifications. That's where you'll see flight delays, gate changes, and cancellations first. The second pillar of the checklist is what I call your medical and financial buffer. Pack at least 3 extra days of every daily medication in your carry-on, never in your checked luggage. If something goes wrong with your luggage, replacing medication in a foreign country can take days you just don't have. One of the most important items on the checklist is travel insurance. US Medicare and Medicaid provide very limited coverage outside the United States. Canadian provincial plans are similarly restricted outside your home province. You need a dedicated travel insurance policy. A good travel policy should include strong medical evacuation coverage. This is one of the most important items on the checklist. One small but helpful step is bringing along 2 credit cards from 2 different banks. International travel can sometimes trigger fraud alerts and temporarily freeze a card. The third pillar of the checklist is passport verification. When planning any international trip, double-check your passport expiry date. Make sure your passport is valid for at least 6 months beyond your return date, because both airlines and destination countries can deny you boarding on the spot if you don't meet that requirement. The final section of the checklist is things to set up before you arrive. Save 2 numbers in your phone: the local emergency number for your destination and your country's embassy or consulate contact. Download offline maps for your destination, airport, hotel, and a couple of key places you plan to visit. Mobile data isn't always reliable, especially in airports, tunnels, or when you first arrive somewhere new. Make a physical photocopy of your passport and keep it separate from the original. If your passport is lost or stolen, that copy can make replacing it much easier. Travel is simply more enjoyable when you feel prepared. You relax faster, worry less, and little things remain little. There are both Canadian and US versions of the checklist linked below. You can print these out and check things off as you plan your trip. Before we wrap up, here are a few small travel items that can make a big difference. First, a small travel aid kit, pain relievers, antiseptic wipes, and anything you personally use. Second, a passport wallet or neck pouch. Keep your passport and one card secure and close to your body in airports and busy areas. Third, a comfortable crossbody or fanny pack with zippers that fully close. Hands-free and secure makes long travel days much easier. And last, a portable phone charger. In any kind of disruption, your phone is your lifeline for updates, maps, and contacting family. My family really likes this one. I will link these examples in the description below. If this video is helpful, consider sharing it with a friend or travel buddy who has a trip coming up. And if you'd like more tips like this, we send a short Retire Well email each week, covering things like travel, health, money, and tech for life in or near retirement. You can find the link in the description below. And of course, if you'd like to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. Drop your own best travel tips in the comments. I'd love to read them. Thanks for watching and safe travels.